Welcome back to Dinner and a Show. I'm Brian.
I'm Tanner. And we're here to discuss something a little unusual.
We're going to review Jesus Bro.
Oh, man.
It's a very independent movie. I mean, very independent.
Low budget.
Yeah, very low budget. A lot of people that donated money to it. And
That's generally how it goes.
Yeah, generally how it goes.
It was
for Indiegogo campaigns.
It was co-written by Brad Jones, a.k.a. the Cinema Snob, who's a very popular internet reviewer who mostly reviews exploitation films. And some of them are Pure Flix movies. And these are the type of movies that really, really push the message of God and faith and everything, like to the to the highest level, to the point where the universe
where the message can be very.
These movies take place in alternate universes. The universes that these people think or wish that they were living in.
Yeah, it's some of the movie. Yeah, in pretty much this movie satirizes all of that.
You know the ones I'm talking about. God's Not Dead. God's Not Dead 2. Old Fashioned.
War Room.
War Room.
Second.
Kirk Cameron Saving
Second
Christmas.
Glance. Yes.
Jesus Man.
Yeah, that's pretty much the title where it's from.
Hey Scotty. Jesus Man.
It makes fun of David A.R. White, who's a very, I guess, famous Christian actor.
He's also a co-founder of Pure Flix.
Yeah, so it's just those type of movies. Now, if you like those movies, great. Enjoy them. Movies are subjective.
If you had a religious awakening from watching these films, okay, fair enough. No one should take that away from you. But the way that I see these films, I think you feel the same way. Like
for most of them, yeah.
Because we both believe. Shocker.
Yeah,
right?
we both are Christians. We both go to church.
Not ashamed to admit it.
We both, I guess, read the Bible. And believe it and stuff like that. But but we are filmmakers, and when we both see movies that display our faith, we want it to be done in an accurate or respectful way.
And
towards not just Christians, but to everybody.
A lot of these movies, they're not very respectful.
Yeah. I'm just like, wait a minute.
They sort of reinforce hatred in different cultures and things, and that's not the Christian way,
And maybe they were unintentional. I don't know the filmmakers' intentions. I can't read their minds.
It would be very interesting to sit in on a Pure Flix meeting.
Yeah, but it's just very interesting to see what they're thinking, because some of the stuff that they say, especially the God's Not Dead movies, where they, basically make atheists to be God hating, they're gonna break into your house and steal all your Bibles if you
believe anything other than what we believe, then you're doomed.
That's basically what God's Not Dead makes in it. But we're getting on a tangent here because Jesus Bro. It's about.
I really wanted to see this.
Yeah,
because I'm a huge fan of Brad Jones and his Cinema Snob reviews. They're very funny and also insightful for that matter.
Oh, yeah.
And I just really wanted to see him tackle major religious films other than what he does in the Cinema Snob reviews. Just sort of making his own really exaggerated version, a parody of these Pure Flix movies.
Yeah.
The best way to criticize a movie is to make another movie.
Yeah, and we should probably say it as a disclaimer, because Brad Jones says it. He's not saying religion is bad or anything like that with this movie.
Yeah, no, he's not making.
He's making fun of basically the Pure Flix movie, the really bad faith-based films.
Yeah, he's not making fun of religion. He knows, he's smart enough to know that whatever you believe, it's fine, and no one should take that away from you. It's just he's just making fun of the movies that sort of exploit that.
Yeah, and with that out of the way, I'm eating broccoli and chicken for dinner.
Well, good for you. Mr. Healthy.
Yep.
I got Dunkin' Donuts, and boy, there's nothing I like more than a nice, delicious chocolate frosted. What? This is chocolate glazed with some chocolate frosting.
Oh darn fast donut food.
Dunkin' Donuts, why can't you be more reliable? And I'm drinking the Physicist, because what else am I going to drink in Brian's house?
I know, right?
I just dropped it. I'm not going to drink it.
And it's exploding. So the movie is based off of, it's about an atheist named Rick.
Very exaggerated, really freaking angry version of an
one
atheist.
One of the stereotypical angry atheists that you would see on YouTube. His name is Rick.
The Rickhead.
The Rickhead, played by David Gobble.
David Gobble, yes.
Yeah. And basically, he hates everything Christian and anything religion at all. And he's dating a girl named Elizabeth.
But by Alison Pregler,
Alison
aka
Pregler.
Obscure Sloopa, also an internet critic.
If you're a fan of Channel Awesome, then you'll recognize most of these people.
I am a fan of Channel Awesome, and I recognized almost all the cast members.
There you go, me too. And she breaks up with him because he's an atheist and she's a Christian. For some reason, she dated him for almost 4 years. So yeah,
Maybe she thought she could change him.
Maybe missionary dating, that always works.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's very healthy.
Oh yeah. So Rick is very sad, and his Christian friend Carlos, played by
Fard Muhammad.
Fard Muhammad.
I wanted to know his story. They keep teasing at his story. I get it. It's part of the joke that we never get to know his full story. I wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Alright, so Carlos and Rick go to a bar for Rick to drink his sorrows away. He drinks some beer made of holy water. He gets knocked out. He ends up in heaven, where he sees...
Which is literally a stage.
Yeah, which is literally a stage.
Earth is kind of a stage, so why shouldn't heaven be?
Yeah, that's basically his standpoint. But anyway, he sees Santa Christ.
Santa Christ!
Which is, yeah. So Santa Christ says that they need more conversions, and he needs Rick to spread the word, to his fans and everybody that, hey, I saw Santa Christ. And so,
Brian, I saw Santa Christ. You believe me, right?
I'm not sure.
There, you see, it's not that easy.
Yeah, see.
And it's pretty much about the road that he takes to try to convince people that heaven is totes real, yo. That's a quote a line from the movie.
Oh yeah.
And
So the whole movie is about him trying to convert people, and just the humor about it that only Pure Flix can provide.
Well, more like what Stoned Gremlin Productions thinks Pure Flix would provide.
Pretty much. So,
this movie is okay. This
if
movie
you're
would
expecting
probably
Oscar,
go on.
Okay, if you're expecting Oscar-worthy material, it's not going to happen. I mean, you can tell it's a very low-budgeted movie. Cinematography,
These are
lighting,
just people who
sound effects.
These are just people who just came together and they wanted to make a movie, and they just used whatever resources they had to make that movie. And being a struggling filmmaker myself, I understand that.
Yeah, definitely that's the case.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, surprisingly, I enjoyed the movie.
I did too. I pretty much enjoyed it the same way I enjoyed Cannibal the Musical. That was Trey Parker and Matt Stone's first movie. It was this really bizarre, really out there, very funny film that was also made in very few resources that they had in making the film. And I enjoyed this film pretty much the same way I enjoyed that film, which is to say, I laughed a lot.
There were some good fun parts.
Yeah.
Although I think
it also had a good message at the end.
Yeah.
Which is it doesn't matter what you believe, it's what kind of person you are. That's that's the most important thing.
Yeah. I would probably, as a Christian, not agree totally with the message. It's just be a good person, get up to heaven.
Well, okay, but many of the Pure Flix movies, they I feel like they have a little trouble differentiating that aspect. Because you can be a Christian and be a good person, and we live in a society where it's you have to be one.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
well,
so
from that interpretation,
what's very important is that just don't be a jerk, don't be a douchebag, just be a good person, be kind to your fellow man, love thy neighbors, such and such.
Yeah,
you get it.
The movie's not trying to convert you.
No,
it's not a Christian movie. So here you go. But it is saying be a good person. Yeah. Which I think is a good message. But yeah, for the humorous aspect, there were a few jokes that made me laugh really hard, especially towards the end. But but if you watch Channel Awesome or Gremlin Productions a lot, their humor is sort of the same throughout. Oh, it didn't explode on you. Good.
No, I waited.
Yeah. the humor, yeah, it's basically the same, plays the same note throughout. You know, it's like they're getting ready for the punchline, and then they just take it into a totally different direction.
Yeah.
And so I've seen that a lot from their past projects, and so I was like, okay, haha, let's do a different kind of joke. But if you like that kind of humor, then great, you'll laugh at it.
I do.
I was like, oh, next joke. Yeah, and surprisingly, I didn't hate Rick. Because towards the beginning, he was a jerk.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was supposed to be, but he is just, he really goes all out just to make sure that he is the most despicable human being on earth, because I think that's how Pure Flix sees atheists.
Yeah, there's a character in God's Not Dead, the first one, played by Dean Cain, who is a Christian in real life, but he plays like a really greedy atheist salesman.
And Kevin Sorbo, good lord. So.
Yeah, who's also a Christian in real life. But he plays like an anti-theist, like he hates God.
If you declare God is dead, you pass this class.
That's basically what he says. I was just laughing at that. I was like, really?
So basically the solution is drop the class. Nope, otherwise you wouldn't have a movie.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, anyway.
We're the tangent, but anyway.
Okay.
Rick is like, he does play off as a really despicable character until his conversion, I guess, and then towards that film, he becomes a more, likable, person.
He has seen the light.
Yeah, he's seen the light. He's trying to convert people. He becomes a nicer person towards Carlos, towards, Elizabeth.
But he's also got a YouTube show, and he has trouble offering his opinions and getting that across. What does he do? He forces it onto people by making them explode.
He has his war room. He has a war room to pray in to try and get the people to believe him. I don't think he prays for them to explode,
that nearly killed me. Because it's just like, okay, what is the basic message of War Room? Just pray your troubles away. What happens in a war room? She sits in her closet, she prays, and her dirty, lying husband gets food poisoning. So what happens in this movie? He prays in this closet, and what happens? His enemies explode, spontaneous combustion.
One of them, I think, was Sam, played by Doug Walker.
Doug Walker, yes, the nostalgia critic himself.
Yeah,
I mean, man.
Yeah, he's a great critic. I like a lot of what he says. But
and Santa Christ is also played by Rob Walker, Doug Walker's brother.
Yeah.
Very fun to watch.
Yeah, he's a recurring character in
Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, in the Nostalgia Critic
and
series.
so is the Devil, played by Malcolm Ray.
Yep.
Who shows up later in the film when he accidentally goes to hell for a brief moment.
Yep. It's funny. So they make fun of a ton of Pure Flix / church funded movies.
Yeah.
So War Room, God's Not Dead, God's Not Dead 2, Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas. That was
Hold up. You mean if I just hold my hand in front of... So if I just hold something in front of my mouth, I don't actually have to say the lines, and I can just repeat them in ADR?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly how you can say your lines throughout the entire review.
Absolutely.
Sounds great. Let's do this for the rest of the review.
You're right.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I don't know how much you can hear us anyway.
Yeah, but it's just... Yeah, so if you've watched those movies, and you watch this movie without being offended, then you'll laugh a lot.
Someone's gonna get offended. I think the main point of satire is that someone has to be offended. I don't think comedy works unless someone is being offended.
Yeah. The movie was great. The ending was hilarious. We won't spoil it for you.
I love Brad Jones in this.
Brad Jones was amazing.
He's got a great cameo here.
He plays Rick's brother
right
in there, his Christian brother.
Oh, and they play basketball just like they do in War Room and Old Fashioned. They just like talk about like whatever's going on, and they play basketball. And in this basketball scene, it just makes no sense. They're just like passing it around, shooting hoops, and sometimes it just. Okay.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm sorry. That just made me laugh.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of. Yeah, if you've grown up on watching these really bad Christian movies, then you'll definitely get a laugh out of it. because it pretty much makes fun of every Christian movie trope there is, or faith-based movie trope.
Yeah, basically.
So, I mean, with that being said, I'll probably give it a wave, a pretty high wave. I mean, there were some great parts in it, but I think most of all, like the humor was kind of a one-note deal for me, except towards the end where they made a really funny reference.
You were laughing all the way through. Don't be giving something a wave like when you laughed at it so much. I mean, come on. I think this guy is having a little trouble like differentiating. I mean, like, okay, I think he's having a little trouble listening to his heart because he always listens to his brain. Obviously, the movie has flaws. Did I laugh? Yes. Was I entertained? Yes. So, high five.
Should I change my rating?
Okay, this is just like in that Siskel and Ebert review of Broken Arrow, where Siskel was about to give it a thumbs up, he gave it a thumbs down. He just changed his mind right then and there. Is that what you're about to do?
I think so.
Oh my god.
Okay. You know, I'll change it to I'll change it to a low high five.
Listen to your heart.
Yes.
Your heart.
Not hot, man.
Listen to your heart. Believe what I'm saying, or you'll explode.
Yeah.
That was me forcing my opinion onto him.
Oh, of course, yeah. Because I did enjoy a lot of the Christian persecution jokes in there, and that sounds awful to say, but it's like the way Pure Flix interprets it. That's how it was funny.
Playing the victim.
Yeah, and definitely the ending was very, very hilarious, but yeah, so I think once the ball got rolling, once they kind of passed the, once Rick pretty much woke up and got saved or anything like that, that's when, you know, that's when the humor started changing. That's when it got a lot funnier. That's when they started satirizing the Christian movies more. And I was like, okay, great. So yes, I changed my rating from a wave to a high five.
Okay, there you go. You got it right here. Right here. There's no cut. I just, this is a miracle. That's what it is.
Right. Changed my rating.
Hey, Brian. Jesus, bro.
Go watch Second Glance. It's
or don't. I don't care. Watch the Cinema Snobs review of it.
It's hilarious.
Very funny. Yeah, especially when it gets to that part, Jesus, man, and he's mimic. Okay, I'm not going to give it away, but it's really funny.
Oh my gosh! If you are familiar with bad movies, you will laugh at all the references he makes.
Yes.
Okay. I think we reviewed this to the ground.
I think we've had too much fun talking about this.
Yeah. I'm Brian.
I'm Tanner, and that chocolate glazed donut was pretty good.
There you go.
It was pretty
Change
delicious.
is good.
Yeah.
We will see you at the movies.
Jesus, man.